Hey, how you doing? David from Basshead. Want to thank you guys for checking out this episode. Also want to thank those of you who've checked out my previous videos. If you haven't done so, you can go back, check them out, and of course subscribe to get future videos. As you know, I am not a bass player. I don't even play one or pretend to be one on YouTube. I'm just sharing some things as I learn in a forum with people of like minds who want to learn the bass also, and they kind of like in my situation. They don't have another 50 years to, get a teacher and become a student, and this is fast-paced. Even though we're going to do stuff step by step, it's fast-paced learning for those who have the instrument and kind of have a clue about it, but it's still, beginner-based. This week I want to talk about scales, right? Now, real quick, I don't care what you do with your bass. You can get into speed, you can get into articulation, you can do all kind of stuff that you see people doing on YouTube with the bass. But I'm telling you, if you do not learn and practice your scales, you're going to be more than just lacking fundamentals. You're going to be missing out on a very important step. It's good to play along with songs, but if you're not practicing scales, you're not going to grow as a bassist. You're just not going to grow. You're going to find yourself in a situation where you just don't have the flow. You just don't, And so what we're going to touch on today is, like I said, scales. Now, this is what is called the bass deck, okay?
Now, the bass deck is an awesome tool for the bass player. It is highly recommended. I'm not being compensated by this company. I just believe that, and it's worth saying again, it's an awesome tool for a bass player to have, especially someone that's new to the bass. If you're away from your bass guitar, you can literally use it to practice.
Right, you got your fingers 1 through 4, and it shows you all the fingering. It shows you, it gives you some instruction, gives you some good information, some theory, and then it gets into C major scale, right? That's the scale we're going to touch on real quickly today. That's the first one that the deck shows. Now, if you don't have this, you can go online and maybe print out or bring up on your screen something like this. Do a search on the bass neck and such, and you might find something like this. But eventually, you want to get this. I got mine in a local music store. You can get it online, of course. I've seen it even on eBay. So with that being said, I want to pick up my bass. I want to tackle the C major scale that we just talked about, right? Now, you got your 4 strings, right? You got G, D, A, E. On the A string, your 3rd string, 2nd fret, right? 1st finger. This is what the C major scale looks like on the bass deck, or what it sounds like when you play it, when you follow the pattern on the bass deck. Start with your 2nd finger, 2nd fret. Right? Now, I remember what I said about creativity in my previous video. Creativity has to be a part of your journey, right? You're not just robotically mimicking everything I do. You try to put a piece of your own creativity on this thing, and your mind is going to open up. Once you put your hands on an instrument, your brain just gets excited, and you start learning, and things come that you didn't see. And what happened for me with this C major scale was, I was doing, like I just showed you, And I said, well, what if I went to the next fret? Okay, well, okay. Right? See? So what happened is I eventually no longer played it. This is how I played it thereafter, because my brain found a more fun way to play it. Right? So you can follow whatever instruction that you're getting, but I think it's important to put a piece of yourself on that. You know, not that you're all that or I'm all that, but I think it'll challenge your mind to open up, and you'll learn faster, you'll be more creative. So that's the lesson for this week, right? Working on the C major scale, hopefully with the bass deck eventually, if and when you get it. Like I said, highly, highly, highly recommended. If you don't have it at first, you can, like I said, you can print out something, or you can, you know, install or bring up something on your screen that shows you the deck, or shows you the neck rather of the bass, and you can kind of work out the fingering. This is the fingering of the C major scale. They actually show it on the front of the bass deck. And so once again, I highly recommend it. Practice your C major scale. Try to get it as best as you can, as flawlessly as you can. Remember, slow to fast. Don't just try to fly right away. I try to do things with speed every now and then to show you that that's what comes with the practice, but it is slow to fast. Practice it slowly, let your brain get it, and then your fingers will do the rest, right? So that's the exercise for this week. C major scale, and see if you can bring in what I recommended or what I discovered, where you can jump to the next fret and just mimic the same thing you did with the previous fret, okay? Now I'm just saying this real quick. I'm not a big personality person. I know that you can go to a lot of different places and get tons of people showing you how to do stuff, and all over YouTube people are like, you know, and they get your attention, and they have personality, and that's awesome. I'm not a big personality person, but I promise if you stay here with me, if you have an interest in the bass, we're gonna learn some stuff together. Please share, you know, in your comments, whether it's good, bad, indifferent. I won't delete you. Share what you have to, because whatever you share is not just for me, it's for those who are also checking out the channel. Once again, thanks for checking it out. Slow to fast, remember, and we'll see you next time.